welcome to the Friday coverage of the 2013 PSP Dallas Headshot. Brought to you by Eclipse Paintball and RosaLive.com. First matchup of Friday is the Tauntauns vs Los Angeles Ironmen. Ironmen had a successful year in 2012, making it to Sunday every event, but just weren't able to get past the semifinals. The Tauntauns came out with a highly aggressive style of play and took the early lead. But then the Ironmen answered back with some aggressive play of their own, and the Tauntauns just couldn't keep up.
We just started off with Tauntauns. You know, you never know what to expect with a new team coming into the division. So, and of course, you never take them lightly. Last year they won a Millennium event, so respect to them. I think early on in the match, we utilized and exploited their weakness, which was the snake side. They never went deep. We locked it off. They were coming down the Dorito side pretty hard. We kept eyes on it the whole game. They got a few penalties. We got one major. We killed the clock and just played smart paintball. We could definitely do better, and we're going to. I think our defense could tighten up a little bit and communication across the board. But that's the first match, so you know I'm pretty happy.
Ironmen go on to beat the Tauntauns 7-3. Next up is Los Angeles Infamous vs Seattle Thunder. Thunder had a rough 2012 season, making it to Sunday first event, but then they had a series of disappointing finishes. First point, Thunder comes out and gets a shiny red flag thrown there, and Infamous made them pay for it, racking up a series of quick points.
First point, we got two majors that kind of put us back right off the bat, down 4 guys. I think we had 4 points in a row before we got our majors done, and fought back best we could, got a point. Other than that, those penalties killed us. Had actually 3 penalties, 2 majors and a minor. We got to get rid of those penalties.
First point we came out, we felt really calm and collected. They ended up getting 2 majors, which made it easy on us. We really kind of wanted a harder fought game, but we played a few points 3-on-5. Kind of just ran down the field and racked up some quick points. We felt like we were really playing in control and working well together, but we really kind of want a better grind to really test how we're playing. So we've got 187 next, so we'll see how that goes.
Towards the end of the match, Thunder tries throwing Infamous off with special teams breakouts, such as the tuck and roll and the crippled frog audible. However, neither one seemed to work, and Nikki and Damien show off the new T-Rex stance as they go on to win 7-1. Up next is Up the 187 crew versus the Tauntauns. 187 crew gave many top caliber teams a run for their money last season, but just weren't able to come away with the wins. They are coming into this year looking to change this recurring trend. First point, Brian Jenkel gets shot on the shoulder, looks at it, and decides to keep playing. He forgot that he didn't pay for his bunker insurance this year, so the ref lets a red one rip. The Tauntauns managed to rack up 4 points during this penalty, and 187 wasn't able to close the gap. Here's a free lesson on how to pod like a pro from Steven Lasher. Well, that's reductive, isn't it?
Just got done playing the Tauntauns. Penalties again, we got to stay out of the box. It's killing us. They got up 3-0, 4-0 before we were even out of the box. It's just unacceptable at this level. I mean, we were getting into spots, getting shot out of our bunkers. We just got to do a better job of going back to the basics and playing.
Played a lot tighter, shot more people on the break. Still got a couple penalties, we got to clean that up. But we slowed our play down a lot and just played a lot smarter. Got the kills, moved up the field.
In the last point, Joshua Pike pulls off some ninja skills and gets Heyman Chapman all screwed up.
Ninja!
However, these ninja skills weren't enough to win the match, and the Tauntauns win 7-3.
While you are sitting at home, Legacy DDK and Texas Storm and Houston Heat are here in Dallas, wearing Rosa.
Next up is the Los Angeles Ironmen vs Seattle Thunder. The Ironmen came out extremely aggressive in this match. They went hard down the snake, hard down the Doritos, hard up the center, basically dominated the whole field. Mike Hinman saw something he didn't like one point and did everything in his power to not scream at the refs. However, there wasn't much for him to be mad about, since his team only gave up 1 point all match.
We just got done playing Seattle Thunder. We scouted them the game before against Infamous. We kind of knew they were going to go up the gut a lot, basically doing jobs locking off the Dorito side. In my opinion, they weren't as strong as the Tauntauns, but you know, they definitely gave us a good game. Points were back and forth. The final score was 7-1, so we did our jobs, and we're 2-0 now. So next game's against Upton, and then we got Infamous last tomorrow. So stay tuned.
The Ironmen beat Thunder convincingly, 7-1. The last match of the morning bracket is between Los Angeles Infamous and Upton 187 crew. Infamous had a strong 2012 season, with a first place finish in Chicago and making it to Sunday every event. They are a force to be reckoned with in 2013. 187 crew comes out hot and takes the first point convincingly with strong play from captain Nick Laval. Next point, Infamous lanes out Max Trell off the break, and he gets a major penalty for playing on. They slowly pick off the rest of the team, but then fall asleep on the penalty box, and Max wakes them right up. Wayne 7 crew goes on to take this point, and this match was a battle the whole way through.
So our last game was against Infamous. We took it all the way to overtime. It was a really close game, back and forth. Both teams got some penalties here and there. It made it for an interesting game. I think they battled a little bit better back from their penalties than we did. We really got to work on our overtime points. I think that we've been getting there a lot, and we're just not doing as good as we should be. Hats off to Infamous, they're a great team. It was a hectic game, but I hope the fans liked it.
This is Damien with Team Infamous. We just had a tough game against Upton 187, right? Upton 187 crew. They came out swinging, and we had not an easy one, but the earlier game was a little bit smoother, I would say. And they came out swinging. We got a major. It was back and forth. Went to overtime. They applied the pressure, but we went into sniper mode. Did a little forward lean back. Nick and Drew shot a guy coming down the snake. Bobby lived, and they ended up getting a major in overtime to send the point our way. Bird gang.
Infamous takes this one in overtime due to a major penalty and get the 4-3 win. Starting off the afternoon bracket is Chattanooga CEP vs Sacramento Excessive. Robbie Goldsmith shows off his pregame routine for all you lucky ladies back home. And Colin Cherry has no comment. CEP gets off to the early 3-1 lead with some strong snake play from Papa Lopez. Excessive manages to come back and bring the match to a 3-3 tie. And Thomas Taylor starts on gas from his breakfast burrito. And that fault must have reeked because it messed up the electronics on the scoreboard.
What's the score? It's 4 for Excessive, 3 for CEP, and you guys have the score switch. That's not right. That's incorrect. We got the guy right here with the score.
These shenanigans get worked out, and the score gets reset back to a 3-3 tie. However, after this, CEP ran away with the momentum and never looked back.
Yeah, we just got done playing Excessive. Back and forth match the whole time. Final score was I think like 6-4. Like I said, it was just back and forth the whole time. We went up by a couple points, they came back. Got up by a couple at the end. In the game, game ended with a one-on-one, which time actually expired at the very end of it, so ended the game 6-4. It was a tough match, but pulled it out.
At the end of the match, Riley Sullivan shows off his one-handed hokey-doke shot, but it wasn't enough to get the W, and CEP takes this one 6-4. CEP is now 2-1 for this event, and already has more wins than all of last season combined, with a record of 1-19. Next up is San Antonio X Factor vs San Diego Dynasty. There seems to be a special guest referee for this match. Nick Slovia. First 2 points, Dynasty comes out and puts a beating on X Factor. In the third point, X Factor's Archie Montemayor has a hell of a game and shuts down Dynasty from the snake side. They bring this momentum into the next point and go up on bodies, but Tyler Harmon catches them off guard and comes away in the clutch. Dynasty goes on to win this point. Actually, scratch that, Tyler Harmon goes on to get a major penalty, and X Factor ties up the match. Dynasty would continue to get minors and majors the rest of the match, but figured out a way to fight through them and come away with the W.
We just came and played our third game against X Factor. Team's playing great this year so far, you know, for the first 3 matches that we played. The game was tough though, you know, we came out, it was 1-1, and then we kind of pulled away a little bit, 2-1, 3-2. Then we actually got some penalties, which ended up helping us, and I think that there was a huge swing point when Alex got that major, and we were able to win with 4 alive and burn that penalty off. So when it's not only is that a big boost for our own team, but it really hits those other guys pretty hard, because if they not only threw away an entire power play, but they also lost the point, that really hits them pretty hard. Then we got I got 2 back-to-back minors, and but we also won both those points. You know, the guys stuck it together and played really strong and really picked it up, so it was pretty tight. We won. So we're 2-1 right now. We got a really good point spread, and we got CEP next, and those guys are playing pretty well.
Dynasty wins nearly all their points down bodies, and Blake Yarber is loving it.
Yes! 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 Hey man, why not? Why not, right?
Dynasty takes this one convincingly, 7-2.
Going into MAO, we didn't do as well as we should have in Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago was just bad for us. We made mistakes and finally people were capitalizing on them.
We made a few mistakes and we just couldn't dig back in the quarterfinals against Damage.
Just too cool to see. Lifestyles of the quick and aimless. No direction in this bliss I'm living. Had a blast, I forgot your name, miss. Doesn't matter, it's your face I'm missing. So brave when I was courting. I found your records just like mine. Combine these tragic two. And now our ship will sail just fine.
To be honest, I was a little shaky going into that game. They've had our number all season.
They've beaten us 3 times already.
We weren't guessing what we were supposed to do. It was we knew what to do.
Fenneroff was on fire.
Watching everyone's faces as we warmed up, there was no doubt in my mind we were going to win it no matter what.
Stay true, fight on, stay you. The world is yours.
Sergey was shooting the wide guy and the short guy for Damage. Like, how do you stop that?
Dream big and see that the world is yours. The world is yours.
Up next is Houston Heat and Sacramento Excessive. This match started off back and forth, with both teams trading points. In the third point, Yair Bouchez bunkers Aaron Doley, but ends up losing his mask in the process, and the refs pause the point. This results in a minor penalty for Yaya, and when the point resumes, Rich Telford knows where the last guy is and never lets off his gun. It appears Excessive has won the point, but John Greer gets called for a dirty hang, which results in a major penalty, and he gets the point. This would continue to be a very flag-happy match, but Heat managed to stay in control of the game, and Excessive just wasn't able to come back.
We just finished our game versus Excessive. It's like pretty much chaos everywhere, but
we still beat them, and right now we're 3-0. One more match versus X Factor. So during this game, it's like a lot of kind of confusing things between the penalties and like who's up, who's not. So, but pretty much excited into the play versus X Factor next game.
Yaya does a windmill for the crowd, and he takes this match 7-1. Next up is Chattanooga CEP vs San Diego Dynasty. CEP gains field position early in the first point, but then Papa Lopez gets caught spinning on Spica and gets them a major penalty. Dynasty did a great job capitalizing on the power play and put up 3 points while Papa was in the box. Once CP was back at full force, they showed off their superior break shooting and took the next point. But after this, Dynasty slowed down the pace of the game and beat CEP with their experience.
We came out here and played Dynasty as their last match, and pretty much they did exactly what they needed to do. They came out and they slowed down the pace of the game, and they locked it up on us. They got up 3-0, I think, and just slowed everything down, and that's just something that, you know, our experience level is not ready with yet. So they just slowed everything down, and we couldn't do anything about it. We just had to run to their guns and chop us up. So I think the final score was like 7-1. Disappointing, that match, but overall, I'm really happy with the team, and this is a great way to start for the first year.
In the last point, Oliver Lang gets a major penalty, and Tyler Harmon ends up in a 1 vs 2 situation. Papa thinks he shot him and starts going for the flag, but then realizes he didn't shoot him. About a minute passes by, and Tyler makes a great shot to take out Papa. Robbie Goldsmith ends up taking out Tyler, but then forgets about the penalty box. Goldsmith does the walk of shame like a drunk girl at a frat party, and Dynasty gets the 7-1 win. However, with a record of 2-2, CEP secures their spot in the Champions Division. The last match of the day is Houston Heat vs San Antonio X Factor. This match is a must-win situation for X Factor to have a fighting chance of staying in the Champions Division, and it definitely showed in the way they played.
Playing uncharacteristically bad. They kind of shot us out of our spots and just straight up beat us. You know, we got penalties, which isn't like us, and you know, just got to clean it up and hopefully come back on Sunday and do better.
Just got done playing Houston Heat. We started out, we got up pretty good. We won the first couple points. We were actually shooting people off the break, which is what we've been trying to do these past couple matches. I think it was, I want to say 3-1, 3-0, something like that. We got up, they scored a point or two, and then we got a major at 3-5 or 3-6, something like that. They ran off a couple points, made it a little bit more of a close game, more competitive of a game, and you know, we came out 6-6, 5-on-5, and we just played good. You know, like I said, we shot people off the break, and we closed out well. You know, it was a very solid game by everybody. Archie, Kid Arch, man, playing like he does all the time, and then Cole, Scott, everybody played great. You know, we had a couple of penalties that slowed us down a little bit, but you know, we bounced back. It was a good win as a team. You know, come out and beat Heat. It's a pretty big deal, especially after the rough couple matches we've had. So we're all happy with it.
X Factor goes on to take this must-needed win and will battle for their spot in the Champions Division on Sunday.
Way to finish up. Hey, this ain't over. We got Sunday morning. This ain't over. We got Sunday morning. Let's fucking go.
Thanks for watching this version of Dirt or Headshot. Stay tuned for more coverage of the PSP Dallas event coming soon.